Zelda Ocarina of Time Unreal Engine 5.7 fan remake released. So this is a video I was honestly a little bit skeptical to kind of do, just because the last time I did a video on Kryzen's work, you know what I mean, I did kind of get a little bit of shit, not necessarily myself for doing the video on it, but just on the fact that like I was a little bit unaware of kind of some of the information that had came out in regards to the creator. um they did a little sample of Link meeting with the Great Fairy from Ocarina of Time and kind of doing their version of it on Unreal Engine 5. And I thought it was amazing. I thought it looked really good, but it was one of those things. I was getting a lot of comments where people were kind of mentioning that, you know, the creator has, I guess, stolen some of the assets from his creations. He's kind of used some of the work from other people. I didn't know any of this type of stuff, so this was all new to me. I've seen this individual for a long time creating this type of content when it came down to Ocarina of Time, just kind of doing it in Unreal Engine and everything like that, which I thought was really cool. Finding out some of the information and some of like the stuff that I had been told about in the comments and everything like that from my video was a little bit unfortunate, just because, like I said, I was following this individual for a while, but I didn't know any of the kind of information that was coming out. So kind of hearing some of that news was something that was a little bit sour, but at the same time, I still think it's amazing that they're able to kind of do this creation and kind of keep this thing kind of going. So there was a demo that was actually released that it kind of goes a little bit more into the information here in the article, that it was the Lake Hylia and Zora's fountain areas that are going to be playable for anyone that wants to download it. There was other chapters in the game that was mentioned, but it does seem like there is a paywall in regards to being able to play those. So if there is anyone out there that does see this video and you do see, you know, that the video we're about to play, some of the areas, like I said, Lake Hylia and Zora's fountain, those are going to be playable, but if you did want to go further in that, you will have to pay some money to the creator himself. So yeah, with that being said, I wanted to go ahead and just go over some of the stuff that was shown here. I thought it was really cool, and like I said, I have a little bit more back information in regards to the creator and some of that type of stuff, but I still think it's worth showing because of the fact that Ocarina of Time is probably one of my favorite, if not the favorite. Well, I'd say second favorite, because I feel like Resident Evil 4 is my favorite game of all time, the original. Um, but yeah, the fact that they're able to kind of do this type of remake with it and everything, or like rework on it, I think is really awesome, and I feel like it's something just to worth showing and worth doing a video on, kind of a thing. So we'll go ahead and check this out and see what we got here. Zoom in just a little bit more. Right there's good. I know some people out there, they kind of don't like the look of Ocarina of Time with like Unreal Engine. I personally, I love it, man. I think it looks phenomenal. I think it looks really good. Lower it just a little bit. I mean, it does, when it comes down to like the items, the power bar, your health, I feel like it does look a little bit weird compared to the original, you know what I mean? But as far as like the graphics go, seeing Link in Unreal Engine, I think that is so cool. I think that's awesome, and I think it's something that I really enjoy being able to kind of see, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, when I was younger and I first played Ocarina of Time, like in my mind, this is kind of how like the game looked to me. You know what I mean? The graphics looked amazing. It looked like something that was really intense to kind of see, especially going from like playing like, you know, Super Mario World, a 2D type of game, to being able to play a 3D Zelda game like this. I think this is so cool to be able to kind of see how far the technology had come in such a short amount of time. You know what I mean? Oh snap, okay. See, like stuff like that I think is so cool. And I love the look of the water, the textures. That was one of the things that was mentioned as well in the article above, where they talked about how some of the stuff that the individual Kryzen had been able to do was work on some of like the textures and the shadowing and everything like that, so it gives the water more of like a realistic look and everything, which I think is so cool. And then I'm just gonna move a little bit forward, see one of the other spots that we got here. I'm gonna really check real quick before he puts on the bunny ears. I kind of want to see. So that's cool. So you're able to get the silver scale, which I think is awesome because, you know what I mean? Obviously, it has to do with the game. And see this, I hadn't seen this part. So the fact that they have it so that it does kind of show the pause menu and everything like that, I think that's awesome. All right, what do we got here? Okay. And let's see, I'm gonna move it a little bit further down. Okay, so we got Lake Hylia. So from what I was reading up again, just to kind of give that reminder that this would be the two areas that you can pretty much check out. So Zora's Domain would kind of be the first one where you're kind of going around talking to the Zoras and everything like that. And then here, Lake Hylia would be the next spot that you can check out. And then little things like this, like the fact that they actually have like horses out there and everything that they changed, because obviously that wasn't something in the original. The only horse you would really be able to play as would be Epona. So the fact that they have just kind of random ones out there, I think is really a nice little like detail that kind of changes the game up a bit, in the sense that like it makes the world feel more alive, like make Hyrule feel more of like a living place. Because obviously with the limitations that they had with the 64 and, you know, Ocarina of Time back in the day, you know, though, yes, it was an open world for the most part, but it, you know what I mean, at times the Hyrule field and everything did feel kind of like a little bit empty in a sense, you know. And then I like the fact that they were able to kind of do almost like a Japanese setting right here with this thing right here. I think that's awesome. I don't think it's a shrine, but just kind of like a pathway to give it more of a Japanese feel, considering that this game, you know what I mean, was made in Japan, kind of a thing. One thing I will say too is that the lettering, I wish they could make it like a little bit bigger, or like center it a little bit more whenever you talk to certain individuals, like you are with the Zoras. So like right here, the way the text, it almost seems like it's a little bit small. Like if they can make it a little bit bigger and then kind of center it a little bit more, I feel like that would have worked a little bit better compared to how it is in the original. Let's see what else we got. That's awesome. I like that too, that he does have it so that you can kind of see where the water temple entrance is. Because I'm sure with the way that this individual's been working on the game itself and everything like that, he's probably doing his best to try to get all the dungeons down and kind of get all the areas he can that make it look more realistic with Unreal Engine 5 kind of a thing, which I think is so cool. Let's see what else we got. Go back to Zora's Domain. Ooh, real quick, I'm wondering, did he have it so that you go down? Wait, so is it a pathway that you go down instead of going under the... Okay, so it's more of like a pathway and then going into like an entrance. I don't know, I kind of prefer the way it was in the original, where it's kind of just like a little entrance that you have to go down that like kind of leads straight into into Lake Hylia. I think that's a little bit better, but I see what they were trying to go for. I'm not gonna be too upset with them in that regard. What is that? Oh, nice. Okay. Right. 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 They didn't have the sound effect. All right, let's see. I'm a little bit interested how it looks, because I like that look so far that we had right now a second ago. All right, let's see how this looks. Come on. All right, cool. Okay, I'm digging the look of it so far. Come on. Like that tree right there, I feel like is a nice touch. And let's see. Fast forward it just a little bit to kind of see. So we got Lord Jabba Jabba right here, but I kind of want to see how it looks behind him. We got the fish. Okay, I like this. I like it because it looks like it's a lot bigger than it is in the original. Because I feel like where Link is standing right now, Lord Jabba Jabba would be like right there in front of him already. But the fact that it's like a bigger platform, I think that's actually pretty cool. Let's see. So I'm curious, you know what I mean? If he's got like the entrance to the water temple, if he's got Lord Jabba Jabba right there, I wonder if he already has kind of the setup for those two temples, because you know what I mean? Obviously, those are two temples that you go through in the game. So I'm wondering if he's working on that type of thing right now, or if it's just he has that complete like that for show in the meantime. Oh, snap. Okay, okay. Looks like you can see the Great Fair. Nice. Okay. Okay, okay. She looks kind of creepy for some reason. Well, I mean, she looked creepy in the original, but there's just kind of a weird design that he has for her. I feel like he could have probably done a little bit better. But, you know what? I ain't gonna criticize too much on that one. We got that. And then I just want to see just the end here, and then we'll finish this up. This looks like he got the fish. Oh, that looks creepy. Hey. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, well that explains that. Yeah, if we got that so far, then definitely this dude's probably gonna be, he's either working on it or he probably already has it finished. But good stuff. I feel like that was a great way to kind of end it right there. Just kind of have it so that you get into the belly, which is cool. So yeah, like shout out to this dude Kryzen for being able to kind of do this type of stuff. Again, I know that there is some information that has been revealed to me as far as this individual, this creator, and everything like that. That does kind of sour this in a sense, but at the same time, regardless of there's things like him kind of taking assets and everything like that, the fact that he was able to kind of create this type of thing and be able to make something like this, I feel like is still an achievement in itself. Now as far as some of the other stuff that you've been told and everything like that, again, that does kind of damper it a bit, but at the same time I think it's really cool to kind of be able to see this type of stuff happen with a game like Ocarina of Time, being able to get something done in like a modern day gaming program kind of thing. So I think that's awesome. So yeah, really cool, really love seeing this type of stuff again, because Ocarina of Time is like one of my probably like my second favorite game. So being able to see that it's getting this type of love and this type of attention, I think that's awesome. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I mean, obviously, for you guys that know kind of more of the backstory than I do in regards to this creator, there is that, obviously, you know what I mean? But as far as them being able to kind of create this world of Hyrule and everything like that in Unreal Engine, what are your guys' thoughts, and how do you guys feel in regards to being able to see this type of stuff done? So if you guys can let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments, if you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.